Yeah, it's easy for me to take the stuff off up there.
Oh.
Looking for getting that thing out of there too.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, okay, there we go. Let's go back on focus. Yeah, let's see if I can like change my angle.
Good. I only had one day where I was like really laying in bed. But other than that, I've been up and walking and.
Have you been okay?
Yep. The first few days it was a little high, but I mean, once it got down, it was fine.
Awesome. Well, I'm just gonna unwrap your chest first.
Yeah.
It's party
I didn't
time.
take it off at all the entire week. So.
And it's one of those things where, anytime I do breast surgery for men or women, I would say to start off with, you're going to find that you've got some visible wrinkles on your chest.
Okay.
And that's just because you've had your, everything pressed down.
Yep.
And there may be some bulging or swelling.
Yeah, there's definitely been swelling. You can feel it. The bandages constantly, they get tighter and then they're like, okay, and then they get tighter. But the tramadol's been helping with that. So I basically just take one every 4 hours and just kind of keep up on it. And then every time I take two. So to help them. Oh, question.
Yeah.
When would I be able to start going swimming?
Let's have a look.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully get feedback.
Not that it's a rush or anything, but I do like swimming. Wow. Feels so light.
Oh, it's party time.
I can definitely feel the bandages like attached to my. Oh, look at that! It's gross.
Looks good to me. What's the difference?
Ooh, so like not heavy.
Yes. What do you think? Yeah, as I said, there's going to be some bulging and whatnot, but you can have a quick peek at this if you like.
Yeah.
Hold on to that. So, the areola, I think, are kind of nicely kind of shaped and
So
positioned.
that one side is really bumpy here.
Oh, you
Is
mean
this
right
the tubing?
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there, as I said, there's often just swelling a little bit, and I would say that should settle. So we removed, 900 grams of tissue from each side.
Oh my god.
I tell you, when I do a breast reduction, just a normal breast reduction, I remove about 500 or 600 grams. So that's a fair amount of tissue to remove. We'll pull here.
Oh, that's so much better.
And that's it.
So this should like if I notice this doesn't go down, should I like contact you or?
Yeah, so I'm going to see you for regular follow-ups, and
Okay.
I would look at that and say I'm not at all concerned about that.
Okay.
I think probably just on one side we had better kind of pressure on that area, so
Okay.
I'm going to. And can I get you to help me just hold that for a second a little bit? I'm going to wrap you back up a little bit. There, you have to hold that side as well for me. That's awesome. Your chest exposed. I'm just going to put a little bit of polysporin. I'm going to write all this down for you. So,
Okay.
so just a little bit of polysporin on this.
Yeah, I've already bought some ointment and things like that.
Awesome.
Preparation.
So in terms of dressings and whatnot, I try to keep it as minimalistic as possible for you. So you're going to need to grab some gauze for yourself. I'll write all that down.
No.
There you go. Does that feel better?
Oh yeah, so much later.
Yeah, nice. So, the main reason to see obviously today is just to see how your chest is doing. One of the biggest concerns before surgery or around the time of surgery is development of what's called a hematoma, which you have not developed, which is awesome.
Okay.
Hematoma is just a collection of blood Usually that happens within the first day or two after
Okay.
surgery. And if it hasn't happened by now, unlikely to happen.
Okay.
The other thing that could potentially happen, and happens to many people who have surgery like this, is you can get what's called a seroma. A
Okay.
seroma is just a collection of serum. Serum is fluid
Right.
that your body produces when it tries to heal itself. That can happen anywhere in the first month or so. And if it
Okay.
happens, it's not a life and death threatening problem, but it's kind of like having a little pocket of fluid there.
Right.
You want the skin of your chest to basically stick down to your chest muscles and not have any fluid intervening in there.
Okay.
So if it happens, essentially all that needs to happen is a little needle has to be put in to
Right.
draw the fluid off. If you lived in town, it's easy for you to just slip in and see me to do that. If you felt comfortable with your family doctor and Cloney, you can get in to see them to do that.
Yep. Sounds good.
I think the way to treat that is preventing it. And preventing it is the best thing to do is to wear that compressive
Right.
garment.
Yeah.
And I'd say for wearing that for a total of a month to 6 weeks would be
Okay.
definitely to your benefit. So obviously having external pressure helps the skin of your chest to stick down to your chest muscles so you get a nice even contour. I think it also helps on the sides where you're concerned about the swelling. And again, if that doesn't settle down, there's always ways to kind of get rid of it. But my experience is that I'd allow a good 6 months for that to completely settle down. So that's not something I'm to panic about right off the bat.
Okay.
The nipple and areola, as I told you, are a free graft, which means that they're a skin graft which is going to struggle a little bit to survive, but to my opinion, probably 85 to 95% of it has survived, which is awesome. So that's enough that the vast majority is going to survive, and it's just going to basically heal itself over a period of a month to 6 weeks.
Right.
So don't be panicking if there's little blisters that develop.
Right.
That'll happen. It happens, if I put skin grafts in rocks in the body, sometimes you get a little bit of blistering on them.
Okay.
I think keeping them lubricated with polysporin is awesome.
Right.
So a couple of times a day if you can.
Okay.
Put polysporin on there. And really it's just managing it for the first couple of weeks. So you've already been a week. So it's just managing your skin graft for another week or so.
Okay.
All the sutures I put in are dissolving, so none
Right.
have to be removed. You see you've got those white band-aids on your
Yep.
chest. Those need to come off after about another week.
Okay.
So just basically peel them off. From my perspective and yours, you can be showering any time now. So
Okay.
if you wanted to go home today, take off all the bandages, soap and water. When you're around your chest, just be a little gentle. I don't mind if soap and water goes on them, but I wouldn't sit there and scrub your chest.
Yeah.
But to kind of wash everything off and just clean yourself up, it just make you feel better. So polysporin, there's no magic to that. Put a dab on your fingers and just kind of put it around your areola.
Okay.
And then get someone to help you wrap your chest up so that you've got a constant amount of compression on your chest.
But we don't want it like too tight either, right?
Yep. Probably what I had on after the operation is more than you have on right now.
Yeah.
So having pressure, I think, is awesome, but you don't have to be
too tight.
Yeah, super uncomfortable with that. In terms of follow-up with me, obviously I try to minimize how many times you have to come back and forth. I'm happy to see or hear from you anytime I'm around for the next couple of months. So if there's something you're concerned about, you can call back to the office. If you wanted to drive to see me, I'm happy to see you anytime. A lot of things we can probably just do over the phone and to kind of give you feedback about what to do. So in terms of optimizing your scars are going to heal over a period of about a year or so.
Yeah.
In the first month or two, you're going to see the bigger ones we made on your chest are going to get a bit red and a bit angry, and that's totally normal healing. So most people, once these white band-aids come off, will use what's called bio oil. That's awesome. So there's nothing to do now, but in another week, I'll get you to pull off those steri strips, the white band-aids, and then you can just, at your leisure, a couple times a day, put on some bio oil.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So for sure, if there's not any problems before then, I should see you around the 2-month mark.
2 months?
That's good time to. That's when I see most of my post-op, just to kind of once the dust is settled to see how things are going.
Right.
And then I may see you another couple months after that.
Sounds good.
If there's something that's concerning to you, you can come back and see me anytime.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
So what do you think?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It was probably one of the bigger ones I've done, just in terms of amount of tissue removed. 900 grams is a lot. The last one I did, I think, was about 300 grams. So
Wow, is that